on July 19th, 2008, in Canton, Ohio, at a day conference and concert hosted by the Star in the East Messianic congregation, Paul Wilbur prayed and spoke a prophetic word concerning a particular congregation. And all who were there in attendance heard this prophecy, assumed that he was speaking about the Star in the East. But contrary to what the people believed, Yahweh envisioned and spoke about a yet-to-be-formed congregation. And being inspired by the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, Paul Wilbur spoke about a future congregation that would one day arise and be Yahweh's anointed vessel in this part of the kingdom. And this yet-to-be-born congregation would later come to be known as Beit HaKavod. And as the heavens and the earth awaited the set time to come to behold the birth of this promised congregation, Yahweh was creating the situations and circumstances that would bring about this great event. And as Yahweh said to Abraham and Sarah about the birth of their son Yitzhak, he also said to the founders of Beit HaKavod Messianic Synagogue. And I quote from Breshit, Genesis 18:14, it says, "Is anything too hard for Yahweh? At the time set for it, at this season next year, I will return to you, and Sarah will have a son." And almost a year to the day after the prophetic announcement had been made, 11 months and a day to be exact, Beit HaKavod Messianic Synagogue, to everyone's astonishment and consternation, made its grand entrance into the world on June 20th, 2009. So that's, no. And as a newborn baby signals to the world that it's alive by crying out at its birth, so too did this great congregation at its birth. And even as Yitzhak's birth was a fulfillment of Yahweh's prophetic word, so too was the birth of Beit HaKavod Messianic Synagogue, the fulfillment of Yahweh's promise. And regardless of what others might say, this truly is Yahweh's doing, and it's marvelous in our eyes. And here is the prophecy that Paul Wilbur spoke. He said, and I just remember that day, because we were all there, and I think at the time, a lot of us really felt that there was something wrong in that congregation, and we just we were just kind of hanging on. We didn't know what to do, and then here comes Paul Wilbur, and we have this conference, and he gives this prophecy, and I'll share it with you now. He said, as soon as we drove... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Here's what he said. He said that a cloud is moving. He said, a cloud is moving, so gather up your families, gather your tents, and I will take you to a land that flows with milk and honey. I will chase out the giants that stand before you, because I am Yahweh the Lord. I will lead you by a way that you don't know, paths where your feet have never been, and I will trample down the high places. I will raise up the low places, for I take you in a way that is prepared for you. So do not look behind, do not grieve, do not be concerned for the days ahead, for even as I have led Moshe through the desert, I will lead you. And if need be, by water will spring from the rock, and bread will appear at your feet, and I will be a cloud to shield you by day and a pillar of fire to warm and lead you by night. Only be careful to do all that I have said to you. Take no concern for tomorrow. What shall we fear? What shall we eat? For it is not written, on the day that you call, I, Yahweh the Lord, will answer and say to you, here I am. And so call on me now, and I will say in your hearing, here I am. Hineni. Do not look to the left, do not look to the right, and do not consider the thoughts that come to steal your joy in the night hours, but blessed is the man who puts his trust in me. For have not I said, I have prepared for you a future and a hope, plans for good and not for evil. And so you put your trust in me as you have, and I will lead you out, and I will make your life a testimony, a covenant for the people. And you will know that it is I who have done this for you because of my love, because I am faithful, and I prove myself generation after generation. So gather up the little ones, pull up the tent pegs, for the cloud is moving to bring you into a place that's prepared, a place of abundance, a place of provision, a place of sacrifice, and a place of joy, a place of outpouring, a place of plenty. And others will look and see, and they will say, look at what Yahweh the Lord has done for them. Take your staff in your hand, take your cloak in the other, take up your tent, for the cloud is moving. And after being born, at Cedar Oaks Community Room, Yahweh has led us away from there into this holy place. Given in a vision to my mother years ago, and in a vision to Rabbi years ago, and they didn't even know. He had a vision of a round building as well. And then when they met and came together, they realized that this was the plan all along. And he's brought us here, and he's been faithful. And that's the thing that amazes me more than anything, is Yahweh's faithfulness. And it's amazing. So the least we can do is be faithful to him, because he is truly faithful. And the place, as Paul Wilbur prophesied, he said that is prepared, a place of abundance, a place of provision, a place of sacrifice, joy, outpouring, place of plenty. It's here in this place. It's in this building that Yahweh intends for us to flourish and grow. And it's here in this place, in this building, that we are to labor, bringing life and restoration to the whole house of Israel as we proclaim the good news of Messiah Yeshua. It's in here, in this place, in this building, that we are to build a house in the name of Yahweh, the God of Israel. A place where we ask that his HaKavod, his glory, continues to abide among us. And I just want to just encourage you to lift up, each other, and lift up, the rabbi and Heidi. They've been through a lot, and I can just vouch for them that I've been with them here for the last 4 years, and just really, if Yahweh's calling you, put your trust in Rabbi Mark, because he's a true man of God, and he's going to lead you and take you to great places. So thank you, and thank all of you.